Hey guys, so you are dreaming of getting your first push-up or maybe getting your first pull-up or handstands, muscle-ups or whatever calisthenics exercise you have in mind, but you are wondering how many days per week do you actually need to train. In this video, I'll explain to you how many days are going to be beneficial along your calisthenics journey. Let's get started. Before we do, make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things calisthenics related. All right, let's get started. So ideally, what I always recommend to my students is training 3 times per week. 3 times per week is a really manageable thing that you can do throughout the week, and it's really beneficial because it stimulates the muscles and your body enough times throughout the week for it to actually adapt and to improve in what stress you are placing on it. So for example, if you are a complete calisthenics beginner and new to this, training 3 times a week is actually going to be very, very beneficial for you, and it is going to help you to get results. If you train less, so let's say maybe 1 days per week, you won't see as much progress as you would if you train 3 times a week, right? So most people want fast progress, and one of the best ways to, let's say, guarantee fast progress is actually to train more days. But of course, you have to fit it into your schedule. So like I said, what I recommend is training 3 times per week. And now we move into what you train during those 3 days. Since you're doing 3 days a week, what you actually want to do is focus on full body movements. This will help you to target many areas at the same time while training, right? So for example, on your training days, you are training both pushing and pulling movements, and you are also involving core and legs in that one training session, and you repeat it that week, right? So 3 times. So for example, a basic routine you can follow is 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, right? So 3 times a week doing full body training is going to get you the results you are looking for to get started with anyway. Now we move into how to fit this into your actual schedule, because it's very easy to say, okay, yeah, train 3 times a week, but maybe your schedule cannot accommodate this, right? So for example, let's say you're a complete beginner and you're new to calisthenics training and you have a full schedule, then fine. What you can do is actually start with 1 or 2 days in your calendar. And this can be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever you can manage. And you do this for a few weeks until now you build that habit of training and you get a lot more comfortable with actually doing the action of going out there and training. And then now when you feel like, okay, I can do longer training sessions, I can maybe add more days, then you slowly increase, right? Building up to the ideal 3 times per week. Or let's say, for example, actually you're more advanced in calisthenics, in physical training, and you're starting out in calisthenics, then yeah, let's say for example, you can start with calisthenics training. Yeah, 2 times a week, fitting into your schedule. Maybe you're doing other activities, whether it's climbing, hiking, tennis, swimming, gym, whatever it is. You can now integrate calisthenics training twice a week. And this is going to help you to make progress in specifically calisthenics training. So the ideal is 3 times per week to see good results, because for the effort you're putting in, you want to make sure you get that reward, right? Training 1 or 2 times a week, it's more for like maintenance, right? So you will maintain what you already have, and if you do make progress, it's going to be very, very minimal, right? But it's something that you can do to start off. And let's say if you're actually a complete beginner, doing 1 or 2 days, 2 days, you will actually still see some relatively fine progress because everything is still quite new to you. So you're still going to get those newbie gains, right? So now later on in your training, when you've been doing calisthenics for a few months and you're getting those nice results and you're feeling more comfortable, if it fits your schedule and if you want to train more days, then train more days, because the more days you train, then the better progress you can get. After so many years, I'm training 5, 6, 7 days a week, long training sessions, and that is how I was able to accomplish the goals I accomplished, and then that is how I was able to unlock new skills and to maintain those skills, right? Because As you acquire more skills, then there's more work for you to do to maintain those skills, right? So the more days you train, the better you get at something. And that's what you see online. You see a lot of people doing crazy amounts of skills, and that is because they can invest a lot of hours throughout the week in what they are doing. So it really depends on where you want to get to. If you are just a regular Joe, regular Jane, and you want to get strong, mobile, and fit, 3 times a week is amazing. And then later on, if you can push it to 4 days a week, perfect. The main thing is actually what goals you set for yourself, because sometimes people want a lot of goals. I want the muscle up, I want the handstand, I want the dragon pistol squat, I want this, I want that, right? The more things that you want, the more work it's gonna take and the more hours it requires. But if you're modest, humble, and you say, okay, I just want one thing, I want the handstand. Okay, fine, 3 days, focus on the handstand. Okay, I want to get strong and mobile. Okay, 3 days, focus on that, right? So it always comes down to what your goal is, where you are on your journey, and what you want to accomplish, right, in your current level. All right, guys, hopefully you found value in this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things calisthenics, and I will be your calisthenics coach along your journey. All right, see you on the next video.